Okay, and start sharing. Entire screen. Share. Okay. Now let's see. Okay. Let's see how far and how good can you read the documentation. It's a simple documentation. Huh? Well, let's see how good you can read it and how good you can understand the documentation. Okay. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, Ashish.
Okay, great. So let's
Yes,
say,
yes.
yeah, great. Thank you, thank you. Okay, this is the endpoint. Okay, this is the endpoint. Let me copy this. I've created a new collection. Let me add in here. Let's say revision. Okay, and this goes for every automation API testing. You will be doing an API automation testing in any of the tools. It might be now we have Playwright and Rest Assured and Karate or Catalan Studio, but basics we have to understand, like how can we go ahead and create a flow or use the documentation and first create a manual flow or manual testing, then convert that into API automation. Okay, so we go with this get all tools only. Okay, I'll go with get all tools. So the endpoint would be tools. Okay, let me add it here. Okay, and then it's a get request, so there is no body in it. Now, where exactly is it? Now, please let me know, is there anything else that I need to add in here in this get request? Is there any extra information that is given that we need to add?
Parameter
Parameters.
Okay, and how can we add parameters?
is from that table.
It
Question
has,
mark, because it is
Yeah.
a query
Mm.
parameter.
okay, so how can I add this? Let's go with this parameter. How can I add this parameter in my, what is a endpoint?
After endpoint, we have to add a question mark and
Uh-huh.
then means category.
Okay, so here and then category. Okay, let me go ahead and copy that. Category is a key or a value?
Key.
Key, sure.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
And what should be the value of this?
Mm. Description.
No, no,
Plumbing
description.
power tools trailers.
Sorry, sorry. Okay, what should be the value of this query parameter? We have the key. Okay, key is correct. We got the key. Now, what should be the
Like
value?
ladder,
Huh?
ladder, plumbing, power tools, trailer,
Huh.
electric user, like that.
Why ladders and plumbing and power tools? Why this?
Be, because it's like return sum of a query, passing sum of a can be one of anything before one that. So ladder or plumbing.
Um, Ashish,
Hmm.
when we take query parameter, it
Hmm.
means we
Hmm.
can take two or three resources. Like we can take ladders,
No,
we
no, no.
can take power
Yeah, yeah.
tool.
We can
Hmm?
use multiple query parameters, but I
Hmm.
asked why ladders is used here. Why not numbers and why not true or
Because
false?
string, because the type is string. That's why.
This
Okay.
is the category. Yeah. Is what's category is leather or plumbing or
Yes,
this is
Nadia.
like version. Mm.
See, we need to read this. The value, is it in a format of a string or integer or a boolean? So, as it says string, we haven't come to this automation part yet. Let's say string is in any language, in any programming language. String is combination of combination of
Text
yes, of
character.
texts, or we can say letters or words, anything. Okay, so string is a combination of text, letters, or words. So here this is a combination of letters, right? Ladders is letter combination of letters. So that is the reason we are using this thing. And what for results? Results, what should be the value?
Integer
Okay.
is 1 and 10.
Sorry.
Between 1 and 10. It's between 1 and 10.
1 and 20. Okay, 1 and 20. Only 20.
20. Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
see it.
So, okay, now help me write these three query parameters on my in here. Okay, we got ladders here, right? So equal to
Mhm.
ladders. Oh, okay. Did I spell it wrong? Let me copy. I think it's copying is best thing. Ladders. Okay, copy. Oh man, why did I click this? Okay, ladders is correct. And now what I need to do? In order to add
And
results
the
in
sign
here.
of
Huh?
the sign of and the sign of and
Yes, signed off n.
Uh-huh. And
and
And yes,
the key is
results.
result. Mhm.
Results.
okay.
Results is equal to
Hmm.
2.
Okay. Let's go with two. And and it was available, right?
Available, yes.
Available. It says
Is
Boolean.
Boolean.
True.
Yes.
Boolean. What are
True
the
or
values?
false?
Boolean equal to true.
Okay, let's
True.
go with true. So in here, for the ones who are new to programming, string is combination of text, letters, and words, and Boolean. Let's some programming languages say bool. Okay, I think it Java says Boolean. Okay, it gives a complete Java gives complete Boolean as a data type. But I think C sharp and these things have bool. They don't say Boolean. Boolean has only true or false values. Only these two. Okay. Now I have a question. This is also a combination of letters, right?
Yes.
Now this should go. Okay, how do you? Okay, leave that. We'll come to that in when we are talking about automation. Okay, so this is how you create. This is how you create query parameters, and it's why I made this read, because when you might have used only this one and you might have not seen this parameters thing, but this parameters is also a part of this get all tools documentation. If you miss this part, if you miss this part, then when you're performing manual later automation, then you might not get the expected results, because documentation says that use parameters and you haven't used the parameters and you're performing manual testing and the automation testing, which will not provide the expected results. So always and always read the documentation very carefully and very precisely, like what all information has been given. Okay, now it says 200 okay should be successful, 400 bad request should be a unsuccessful response. So let's see, let's save this, send it. So is this a successful one or an unsuccessful one?
Successful.
Successful.
Okay, great. Now let's go with okay. Here this is a get single tool. Okay, get single tool. Let's see. Now I'll add another request, add request, and I need to take it till here, tools, right? Till tools, I need to copy, I need to paste. mm, I need to paste, and then what do we have here? Okay, what do we have here? Is it, what
It's
parameters
a
do we
tools
have?
ID.
Path
Tools ID
parameter.
and
We have only path
it,
parameter.
Query, path and query,
Query, I think.
and
Yes. Query and path. Both.
query. Both.
Yes. So do we have both? We have query and path parameter. So user manual. What is the type?
Boolean.
it's a
Boolean.
boolean.
So we can use either true or false, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Copy, paste, and oh sorry, I missed what did I miss for query parameter? Question mark.
Question mark.
Yeah.
Question mark.
And
Question mark.
let's go with false this time. Okay. And should I run this request?
No.
Why?
because you need to put the colon, so it will use
Huh?
for separation for your
I need to put the
path
colon.
param.
Why? I'm not using the path parameter. I'm only using the query
Okay,
parameter.
okay, so you can go for it. Yes,
I can go for this, right?
yes,
Sure, everyone?
yes.
In tools, I think it's a comma is required to remove.
Yes. Now I need to run that. Okay. Now, in here only, I'll ask, is this one, this one, is it a key or a value in
It's a
path parameter?
value.
Value.
It's value, right?
Value.
Sure, this tool ID is a value.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this. Tools after tools. Let me remove this. And what? This should be value, right? Okay.
Yes.
And okay, what should be the key? Oh, sorry. Key. What should be the key?
You
Okay, let me
can
go.
put the name key. Yes.
Sorry, what should be the key?
Any
Uh,
name.
Any name.
K
Uh,
Any name. Tool ID. You
tool
can put.
ID. Tool
okay, tool
ID.
ID, I can put the name,
Hmm.
key, right? Okay, so
Yes.
it's tool ID only,
Yes.
and the value is also tool ID.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Confusion. Hmm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's
Values not tool ID. It's giving some specific tool ID as
Yes.
per
Yes. Yes.
database.
Yes.
sorry.
When you put
Tools
the
ID
tool
required to
ID,
some
it will return some
whatever
integer
storing
value.
database value,
Mm. Yes.
right?
Yes.
No.
Mm.
Okay, one person, please. Okay, so what should be the value of this path parameter? What
And
value?
A database
we
will
must
return, Ashish.
Huh?
In the database,
Uh,
whatever placed in database,
uh,
they will return us that integer, that tool ID.
no,
I
That will be
think
an
we
integer.
no,
That
no.
no
could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
ID would
no
be the
I,
key.
I
ID would be
think
Actually, tool ID is a key, and
spec-
for value we will have to take from previous response.
Correct. Correct. Why we went to database and why? Okay. See here, the the documentation says this is a key. This is not a value of the path parameter. This is just a key. Okay. Value. Read this, please. Specifies the ID of the tool you wish to retrieve. So this is not the value. Value is what you need to get from in here. I think two double
Mm.
this might work. Still confused with path parameters. Still confused with path parameters. Please practice. If you if you are unable to understand what should be the key and what should be the value, and if you are unable to read the documentation and make a successful request, then it's really problematic. I'm being very open. It will be really problematic. I'm still seeing there's an issue with the path parameters, confusion, what should be the key and what should be the value. When you said that this is a key for query parameter and we need to use a value from this, okay, we need to use the value from this, then why were you confused when it comes to key for path parameter? I think you've seen this and you thought that this is a value, but that is not the case. Read the documentation. I'm saying very openly. I know it will be really problematic. Okay, great. Um, now the next question is, let's say, okay, this one, okay, when I'm copying this, and we can set this as variable. Let's say this option has been disabled by Postman. Okay, when we do a right click, set as variable has been disabled by Postman, or it might be not working on that particular day when you're testing. Okay, you might wait for next day when it is working. That is okay, but still on that particular day it is not working. So how would you create a variable, a
so we go to
collection?
the corner. We go to
Sorry.
the corner up. We go to the corner up where there is this cross. and then we set the variable from there.
Okay, we click on this and
Go to variable.
okay, let's go with
All variables.
all
There.
variables. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah, it's there. You are
okay. All variables. In all variables.
okay, and you choose what. Yeah. So you choose which variable you want to set. Is it like environment or global? Global is there.
Okay.
And
So what should I do
add
here? Add.
add.
And
Okay, you can put there in variable. You can put the what is in the URL that you want to change. Like you set the variable, and you put in current variable if you don't want anyone to see the from the team.
okay, what should be the variable? This key. What should be the key here?
The from the URL that you want to change.
Change.
Base URL.
Yeah,
Yes.
URL. Yeah, that you set the variable. I mean, there.
Okay.
So instead of putting the curly brackets,
Okay. Sorry, global we said, right? Okay.
yeah,
In here, okay, variable name. What should be the variable name?
is what you've selected from the URL. No, URL. Or I'm URL.
So
It's
name.
URL.
It should be the name of the variable, which someone
Oh,
said base URL, which is correct. Okay. And you
okay.
can place in
And
initial and current value. This is just a URL, right? It is completely fine. You can place it.
yes,
There's nothing personal in here. Okay. This is
and you
how.
go back. Yeah,
Sorry.
and
And
you go back to the request, and you put this
you
double
missed
Save
one
it.
bracket.
very
Save it.
important part. Save it.
Save,
You
Ashish.
need to
Save.
save
Before.
it.
Yes. Yeah, after
Okay.
saving. Yeah, of course,
Huh.
after saving. Yeah.
Okay. And here.
You go there to the place that you there, and you
Mm.
put double black brackets,
Okay.
curly
I need to
brackets.
remove this first, right?
Yes, and you put basic URL,
Okay. Double
base URL,
brackets and select the base
Base
URL.
and
URL.
So this is correct.
and save
Save. Okay.
and send.
Okay. Now, if I want to, this is a query parameter. Okay. If I want to add this endpoint as a as a variable, now in a collection variable, how would I do that?
Is the same in
Yes,
collection.
you need to
Yeah.
choose the collection then.
Okay. Let's choose collection. All variables, collection add. And here, what should be the variable name?
Endpoint.
Yeah. We can choose anything which we like.
Hmm.
And then
And
it
then
is
that
tools, right?
values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then save it. And then come back here and then close this and then use it here. Okay. Now we can run this, right?
Save it and run.
Save.
Yeah.
Save it.
Saved. Yeah. Saved.
Yes.
That's okay, good. So variables is okay, but when it comes to this parameters, still confused. Still confused. So yeah, please work on. Okay. Now. Okay. Now first, I think we are done. Okay. Now, can someone explain me what is a API life cycle? How many how many stages are there in API life cycle? How many stages are there in API life cycle? Let's say tomorrow you're having an interview. I know you will prepare. But you know, yeah, make sure that you are prepared whenever whenever there's a questions asked. The reason being, it will be really helpful for you when you are having interviews, because this SDLC, which is software development lifecycle, STLC, which is software testing lifecycle, and API lifecycle, these are the most common questions, very common questions, which are asked in interviews. Okay, so and what else?
So we start with planning
No,
and
no.
design.
How
You
many
mean
stages are there? How many stages?
5, 6, or 6 maybe?
Okay,
No
eight.
more.
Okay,
Must be more.
eight.
7.
Eight, 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 eight. Okay, no
It's
worries, no worries. Okay, just
but
make
it's
sure that
like
you, huh?
is
Five.
it the same as manual testing? Like is it the same as the life cycle of
Nah, nah, nah. It's little different. It's little different.
okay.
Same goes with performance testing life cycle as well. It is little different for performance testing life cycle as well. Okay. Uh, okay. This is just to make sure that you are ready for any interviews that you are having. That is all. Uh,
Yes. Ashish, can you
uh,
show me the trash?
Trash. Okay.
Yes, because
Mm.
yeah.
Uh,
So where actually I was trying to do so last day, but
mm.
I could not find the trash on Postman. I don't know.
Trash. You will find it at here at the bottom right hand corner, or I think you can find it from here also.
Mm.
When you click in here. Nah. Here you had an option. Okay, from
Yes,
here
yes.
they have removed it. They removed it. They removed it. So I think they
Okay.
removed it. Let me go to any other.
Because in this row we had yes
Yeah,
in
yeah,
it
yeah,
three dots. So I
yeah.
tried to find yes. It is not
There
here
was
then.
three dots, and when you clicked
Yes,
on it,
yes.
then yes. Okay, I think they have
Yeah,
removed. They have updated the Postman.
yes.
So you can find it from here at the
Yes,
bottom
yes,
right,
I
or
can,
you
but I
can
thought
also.
I don't know it's appeared or disappeared.
Uh,
So
no, no. Okay,
yes.
let me
And
go
one
to.
thing I saw also
Mm,
Ashish, in my
mm,
Postman,
mm,
when we separate the path parameters, so
mm.
now I used not one time, twice a time it works. With one time, it is not appearing in my Postman. I don't know.
Sorry.
Maybe
When you used path parameters.
when I use path parameters, then I
Mm,
use colon, right?
mm,
One
mm,
time
mm,
colon.
mm,
But
mm,
now it like last night it was not working. It is
mm.
working with the double. I think so. It is also a changes.
What did
I
they
think
change
so.
this as well?
Yeah, because here like first I get very frequently changes. I don't know.
I think
Now I can find the trash. Yes, I
yeah,
can find the trash now.
for me single colon is working. As of
Mm.
now, it is working. But
Hmm.
maybe if it is,
Hmm.
then we have to see. I'll check. And if it is working
Okay.
with double colon, that is fine. But I don't
Okay.
think so. There's any update regarding it. But I'll check the Postman YouTube channel as well. If there is any
Okay.
update. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Now, okay. Coming to next things. So please, and make sure please read your documentations, whichever
Hmm.
documentations are provided to you in your companies or in your projects. Okay, make sure you don't miss. First, the base is always and always, as I say, manual. Okay, then comes automation. Okay, without manual, you cannot proceed to automation at all. First, you need to understand the manual and how it works and how you can create a flow. Then only you can jump into automation, or else it will be a mess up. You might miss lot and lot of bugs or a lot of issues, and there will be a question to you. They will be questioning you like, why did this got missed? Just a safe side, just being on a safe side, I'm letting you know. Okay, now, okay, this thing I want to do, headers content type. Okay, we'll talk about this headers content type. Um if okay, I'll take the post one, post request from here. Okay, I think I can take this one. This is post, right? Yeah, this is post. Okay, let me close all and add request. Select post. Um, authentic, and then uh, what's and always it is always better to copy from the documentation and place it in your Postman or anywhere, any tool which you're working, because at times this is case sensitive. This might be case sensitive where you might miss some of the words or some of the things, so it might give you an unexpected result. So always copy and paste. There's nothing wrong in that, copying from the documentation and pasting it on your tool. Okay, it is really a safer side thing to do. Oh, I think I copied a wrong thing. Delete and all.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
a delete. Delete.
Sorry, 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 sorry. Copy, and paste. okay, I have double here. And okay, what should I use in here? I mean, it's a post request and we need body. So what format and what should I choose in here?
JSON
Uh-huh. JSON.
and
Okay. JSON. Okay.
so it's
And
post withdrawal. Mhm.
what should be the JSON body?
Is the client's name and the client's email.
Okay, they have given a example here. Let's copy this only.
Yes.
Okay. And we are not running this one. We are not running this. I'm explaining one thing here. Okay, let's say they have given JSON. Okay, they have given JSON format. It's the request which we are sending to the server. The request we are I mean when we are talking to the server. Okay, in which language we are talking. In which language we are talking. Okay, for that, if in order to double check that, where we can check it is under headers. Under headers, if you go to content type, you will see application JSON. Okay, we are using JSON format to send, I mean to talk to the server to get a response. So this is how you can check JSONs. Okay, when you change it, okay, when you change it to text, okay, save it. Now the headers will change it to text plain. So always check with content type. It's really good to check with content type which type of value that you're sending. Okay, now if I change it to JavaScript and save it, it changes to JavaScript application slash JavaScript. Then if I change it to HTML, save HTML, and then change it to XML, save XML. So where will you find like what is the body type that you need to select and what should be the body request that you need to send? Where will you find this information?
Documentation.
Correct. Okay. Now if I select form data, save, then you see the headers. Where did it go? Content type. Okay, I think I need to add in here something. I need to add in here. Okay, let me add a key and let it be text only, and let me add value in here. Okay, save it. Now see the content type. Content type has been changed to form data. I mean, this is what we have selected in our body. Form data has been selected. So at times when you're running your request, it might fail stating that the content type is wrong. So this is where you can check like what content type is being displayed in the headers. Here we might select the right one, raw JSON, but when we are sending it to the server, here the content type might be different. So we can check that. And if there is an issue with the content type, then we can raise a bug and give it to the developer. Okay, then it's developer's work. Now, when we come to form URL encoded, let me add it here as well. Okay, save. Now you'll see access www form URL encoded is selected. So this is how we need to check. This is the only thing. This is the only thing that you need to check in headers. I mean, when we are doing manual testing, this is the only thing that you need to check. If and only if your request is failing after every bit of information is correct. Okay. If I select binary, let's see binary. Binary, I think I need to select. Okay, for binary, I need to select a file, then it will show binary. Okay, so this is how you, what they say, check the headers for the content type. Okay, let me run this. Let's see if it is clear. Okay, already registered. Okay, let's me give 678. Okay, this is also registered. Okay, many are registered. Leave it. Okay. So you understood, right? Like headers, why you need to check the content type if the response is invalid. Let me give here. Okay, let's make this pass only. It will be client name on. Okay, API client already registered. Oh, try a different email. Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
validation will be on
precisely.
client emails.
Then you would have.
Client.
Okay, no worries, no worries. Trying from here. Okay. Postman. Let's say Monday dot Tuesday. Sorry, I didn't read the error message correctly. My bad, my bad. Okay, there you go. It's got created. Okay, now just I want to ask as you are running. Okay, if I want to create I want to create a default script, a snippet. Which snippet should I use for this 201 created? And where should I add that snippet or script?
Ashish, go in scripts.
Okay.
So go in snippets.
I should be under post response only, right?
Yes, post. Yes.
Why post response? Why not pre-request?
We have to validate the response
Yeah, yeah, but
after
why?
executing these APIs.
Yes, because
After
we got this response, right? Because after response we need to see. Before request, when we are sending, it is not the time, but after response we need to see if we got the right one or not. Okay, now let's go to snippets. And what should I select here?
Status
First one.
code,
Why first one?
because we are checking the response.
Okay, is there no other option apart from the first one?
Yes, there is another one more option.
the
Which
time
one?
also, the
Huh?
time,
Time?
the
No,
timing.
he is asking for response
201.
only.
201.
201. Oh,
Ah,
okay then.
Mm.
Then 200, the code, the status
no,
code 200.
no.
Huh?
There is one more
Mm,
snippet. So just
mm.
go underneath.
Status code successful post request.
Correct.
Yes.
See, this already has successful post request and it already includes with 201.
Yes.
Okay, save it, run it. Oh, okay. Again, the okay. See, now we got a conflict, which means we will get to know that see 201. We are expecting 201, but we got 409. Why? Then we go to the body and check. Okay, try a different email. Okay, then it is asking to try a different email. Let's say Q. Save, run. Now it passed. So this is how scripts will help you. Scripts will really help you. This is how it helps you. Now, okay, I'll do one thing. This revision 2. Okay. So okay, and then here I'll add a snippet. Status code here it is 200 only, and in here also it's 200 only. Okay. Okay. Now I have scripts in all snippets, the default snippets in all these three. Now I can go ahead. Okay, now there will be one problem. Okay, when I run this collection, there will be one problem. There will one request will fail. What is that request that will fail and why it will fail? When I
Post
run this,
request will fail.
sorry,
Post request, this authentication.
why will it fail?
Because client email is already used.
Correct, correct, good, very good, very good. So when I run this collection here, see it failed because it says client. We have when we click on this, try a different email because client already registered. So that is the reason. So now if I go in here and I say change this, and I'll not run it from here. I've just updated it. Okay, now I'll run this again. Now everything passed. Which one failed? Two. Tool ID. Okay, okay. I haven't given the tool ID here. Sorry, I haven't given the tool ID here. I need to give the tool ID. What was the tool ID? What tool ID? 2177. Say and auth. I'll change this, and now I'll run it. Every request passed. So this is how we'll come to this collection runner thing. We'll come to this collection runner, but I just wanted to see like how I mean, how exactly you're creating flows and how exactly you're adding scripts and where exactly, I mean, all the scripts are getting successful, or if there is any failure, then you can see in here. Okay, but when you add scripts, all the scripts will run in your collection runner. We will come to that. Okay, any questions still here? Any questions, any doubts?
Ashish, can you please repeat the thing with the authentication? I didn't get it.
Okay, see, I'll send this request, okay? What does the error message says? What does the error message says? Sorry, 1 minute. What does the error message says?
They said the client is already there, registered. Try different email.
So, what exactly do you mean by try a different email?
Something else except this one that is already in the request body.
Then try a different email, save it, then run it. Then it will be successful. That is what the error message says.
Okay.
Now, what was your question?
So you said authentication. So how is said because of the authentication that
Yeah,
gets failed.
see, now here this email is already used, right? You have tested this once with this particular email. You have tested it, right? Now, when you go to the collection runner, are you making any changes to this client email? No, right? You're not
No.
making any changes and you're directly running this collection. So definitely it will fail. Why it will fail?
Because
Because
every time,
already it is
Ashish,
used
we need
now.
to change it.
Because, yes, because this client email is already registered. It's already registered. We cannot use it. Now I have another question. Okay, so now you got Nadia. Why?
Well, yeah, but when we run it, before we run it, we change the email. So we are not
Nah,
working
we
with the
already
email. It
we
was
changed
already
it and
registered.
we ran it here. It's already
And
ran.
it's not, yeah, so it means it should not fail.
No. We ran it here, which means this email is already registered. Now we cannot use this email anymore in any of the next runs. We cannot
Yeah,
use it.
Ashish, we will use when this previous token got expired,
Yeah,
right?
that is a different scenario. When this token is expired, then that is a different scenario. But at times token expiration is very minimal, very minimal. And
Because it will expire in 7 days. It is written over there.
where? Where?
I have seen
In the
see,
documentation.
yes.
Okay, let's read this. Token some endpoints to submit. No, it doesn't say anything like it expires.
But I have seen somewhere, maybe in book API or somewhere I was using,
Yeah, maybe in
and
book
it is.
API. Let's see.
Yeah.
Please. Nah. Okay, let's use expire word. Okay, so this token never expires. Never expires.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that is the reason, and we cannot use this anymore. Once used, once registered, once we got the access token, we cannot use this email anymore. Okay, then we have to change all the time. Whenever there's a new request that you need to run, then you need to manually change it. In automation we will change it in a, it is in automation we can use some method to change it, but in manual then you need to change it all the time. Then only it will run, or else it will fail all the time. Whenever you run it, it will say this is already registered. You need to change the thing. You need to change the what they say, this email. You need to change this email. When you go to request, you need to, it will says okay, understood.
Um, Not exactly, but I will try to figure it out.
Okay, let's Nadia, see this email. Okay, I'll explain. Okay, you have an apple. Okay, okay. I'm not sure how
Okay.
many like how many like apple. Okay, now
Okay.
uh, someone said that eat an apple. Okay, then you will eat an apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now next time some of your another friend comes and say, okay, apple is on a table, or is in a, yeah, apple is on a table. So one of your friend comes and says that eat an apple which is on the table. So what will you do? You will eat an apple. Okay. Now another friend comes and says, go, there's an apple on the table, go ahead and eat an apple. So can you eat an apple?
No, it's finished. You
Why?
must go and get another one
Yes.
for him.
In the same way, this email is finished. You have used it once. You have already used it once. Now when you are trying to use it another time, you cannot use it. You have to have another apple here. Then only you can eat again. Understood?
No, yes, yes. Now I got it. Thank
Okay,
you.
great.
So it's so simple. I went very far.
It's okay, it's okay. Now,
Yes.
this one thing, let's not go to automation. Let me see who gives me an answer here. It says that each and every time we need to change an email to get an access token. So we are manually going ahead and changing the email over here. So is there any other way that we can change the email? I mean, it automatically changes the email.
Yes, Ashish, we can do that.
How?
Just curly brackets and then dollar sign. It's a
Mhm.
random that Postman
Perfect.
gave us
Perfect.
inbuilt.
Perfect. Amazing. Amazing. Yes. This is what we can use. Inbuilt. Inbuilt. What they say? Inbuilt Postman variables.
Yes.
So use it. Now, anytime, whenever you run this, it will never fail. It will never ever fail. Oh, it failed later. Okay. What it says, why did it fail? Invalid or missing client email. Okay. Okay. Why it is saying missing client email? Because it has a format. The format should be in this way. I think the format what we got may be in a different way. Let's see in this. Oh my god, let me clear this and let me run only that particular request. Random email, invalid or missing client. Now come in here and let's see what is the request body. Oh, why? Okay, okay, okay. I did the mistake. I did the mistake. I did the mistake. What mistake did I do?
Yes, this comma, oh,
Huh?
Double quotation,
Nah,
double quotation.
dot
double
com.
quote.
Dot com.
Okay.
Dot com. I gave it a dot com. Okay. Now it will never fail. I'm pretty sure. Yes. See, now you run from here from the collection n number of time. Oh, get unlimited runs with this. Okay, I think I've ran out with the collections. It will get activated in 22 seconds. Let's wait. Until then, let's go ahead and run this multiple times. See, now it will never ever fail. Why? Because each and every time when you come to request body, you see a different email, then a different email here. So it is creating a complete new email all the time. So it will never fail. So let's clear this. Let me add that in this. It will help me as well. What is that I need to add in the pre-request so that the console gets cleared automatically?
Console dot
Console
clear
clear. Clear.
parenthesis.
Perfect. 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 Sit. Done. So is it clear till here? Okay, now,
Yes.
hmm, let me answer this. So this here is headers type is cleared, and okay, we were not able to work on Postman interceptor on the thing, right? On last session, right? Let's me do that. Let me see if I can log into that website or not. G2EE. Yes, I'm able to log in. Okay, now let's say in your project, okay, you have been given an link, just a website link, and nothing else, nothing else, no information about, no documentation, nothing. Okay, then you have been asked to test APIs. How would you do it? You know that we use Postman interceptor. Now, I just wanted to complete the flow so that it will be easy for you to understand. Then I click on Start Capture, and load this page, sign in, enter the username and password, click login, and then say fish, add a second fish, add to cart, and let me update this, update, and then proceed, continue, confirm, and yeah, it is done. Return to main menu, sign out, and then oh, and then stop capture. Open this. See, we have all the API requests. Now we have all the API requests that were used, the services, API request services that were used when we were working on that particular flow. Okay, when we were working. Okay, and there's a concept called as API first world. Have anyone heard about this?
No.
Okay, it is nothing but it's a simple. If we talk in a single line, without APIs, nothing can be nothing can be done in web applications or internet. Let's say with the internet. Okay, so APIs are given the first preference. APIs are given the first preference when we are designing any application or designing any website or anything. Okay, APIs are giving a first preference. So in coming years, API testing will be more valuable and I say more important. So yeah, it's just an heads up. And this concept has been introduced by Postman team only. They only introduced this, and it is getting adopted m- mostly everywhere, because this is how um, your code, the code of your company will be safe and secured, and it will not be exposed to any third parties or any other projects. So that is the reason APIs are used. And what is a protocol that we are using to in our APIs to test? What is the protocol that we are using?
HTTPS.
HTTPS.
That is a transfer protocol. That is a
Rest.
data. Yes, REST. We are using REST. Okay, and rest. Oh, this is nice. Okay. Mm, and what else? Okay, let's keep it here. And so you have to read the documentation. Okay, now we have all the requests here. Now go ahead, save the request, create a new collection. Let's say J pet store, and then create, select the ones, save it. And we have it. We have that collection, and we have all the requests. Now you can do manual testing. After manual testing, then you can go ahead and perform the automation testing, and whatever testing, performance, security, any testing you can do, because you have this. Now this is this a positive flow or a negative flow? This is a
Positive.
Positive.
yes. Then you need to create a negative flow folder or a combined flow folder. That is, yeah, negative you can skip. You can create a combined flow folder so that you can check the negative scenarios as well. Okay, like if when we click on fish, the fish should only be added. It should not add any other animal. So there are many things which you can check in the combined flow or a negative flow, that you can do it from this. Okay. Now is this Postman interceptor understood? How we do it, how we use it.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, yes.
Oh, so we can remove this as well. Postman. Okay, console use. This is very important. Okay. Before this, did I had anything? There's one thing. I really wanted to, because I came across this recently. I did ask to create a positive and a negative flow and a combined flow. So yeah, take your time in creating the flows, because I want that will be the base for any automation that you do on APIs. Um, and yeah, once I have that flows, then I'll go ahead and go ahead with the automation. And JavaScript will be the language. Now there's one thing. If you haven't created the flow, and if you're still starting with the flow, or if you're in the middle of the flow, that is completely fine. And uh, Yeah, but please do not say that I have the flow in another Postman account. Okay. And when I ask for that Postman account screenshots for the flow, and if you say no, sorry, I haven't created the flow yet, then that will be like losing trust. So if you haven't done the flow, created the flow, then that is completely fine. But you're saying that I have done it and it's on the another Postman account, and but when I asked, well, can you share me the screenshot of it? And if you haven't, if you said no, haven't created yet, then that, yeah, that looks bad. So please don't. And yeah, take your time in creation the flows. And there's one more thing also I wanted to say, like, but yeah, leave that. Let's leave it for a side. Okay. Now coming to console. Um, okay. Now, why exactly console is required? Why exactly console is required is, it, especially console is used for debugging. Okay, let's say, do we have anything else? Mocking test results. We have seen test results, right? How we create test results. Normal scripts, we can go ahead and add the scripts. Okay, then we can add another script in here, which says time with, here it's a time. And then 1000, and this another, which one, sorry, which one should I add? Content type, oopsie, control C, here 1000, 1000, and then content type. Okay, save. This is where you can see the test results. This is where you can see the test results. So all your scripts, if they are passed or failed, that information you will find under this test results tab. Okay. So you can find it over here. So this test results, as we are on the collection runner, let's go with the collection runner. Then we'll come to console. Okay. API documentation creation, you can create, okay, let's say API documentation creation, how you can create this. I have given sessions. I'm not sure in which documentation I've provided that API documentation, because there's some flow of it. API documentation. Yes. So you can create an API documentation in this way. These are the only steps that you use to create a documentation. Let's go ahead and create a documentation. Launch Postman, it's done. Prerequisite collection is already created with some requests. Yes. Select the collection. Click view documentation. Click publish. Okay. So select the document. Select the collection. Click. And where did it go? Sorry, what did it say?
View complete document.
View complete documentation. Click. Select the collection. Click view complete documentation.
Yeah,
Where
view
did
complete documentation option is
is
there, na? In
sorry.
in blue
Uh,
color. View complete documentation.
sorry. Oh, sorry.
At the bottom.
In blue color.
Sorry. Okay. Now then, my bad. Then click publish. Okay, let's click publish. Here it is. Okay, and then it says browser window. Click publish doc. Okay. Then browser window, and then click publish. I think it's at the bottom. Click publish here. Then yeah, it's published. Now anyone can use. You can share this as well. Web link will be created. Click on the link to see the doc info. Okay. This is a web link. Click on this. This is your documentation. This is how you create your what they say API documentation. And it is just a small flow. This is how you create a documentation. So any doubts in this? Any questions? Any doubts? And you can unpublish this, you can unpublish this as well. You can click on this unpublish so that it will be not published to the outside world. Okay, unpublished, it say unpublished. Use this. And there's one thing, why did I say when we had this flow, why did I say that we have to create a combined flow? And the reason, there's one more thing. Have anyone used Playwright? Have anyone is working on Playwright or learning Playwright?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, yes, I am.
Okay. In Playwright, you have an option like code generation, and you have that option, right, where you can generate the code. I mean, you can click on I know what they say, run record a test, and you can click on that, then it will record your complete information. I mean, what all actions you do, right?
Yeah, but I think it's not going to take this
Y-
much, but
Sorry, it's
just
not.
starting.
It's not.
Hello,
Yeah, yeah,
I
it's
am
not.
not going deeper in like that, in much more. So just starting on that in playwrights.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
See, no worries
So
on that.
not much more about this.
No
Yeah.
problem. So what exactly they say? Even the playwright team itself says that use it only to check the only to see or check your locators. I mean, it is not recommended. It is not recommended to use, and it is not a fulfill use. Okay, it is not of a fulfill use. I mean, if there are any complex scenarios, or if there are any complex things, complex actions that you know to work on, then you cannot use that code gen tool to write your code to the fullest. It's just a basic. I mean, only to learn, for the first time, or the beginners, only to learn or only to know how to write a code, or how to look for the locators, in only in that sense. So in the same way, when we are using this Postman interceptor, okay, this Postman interceptor is also a recording tool, but this is very less recommended. Very less recommended. So if your company hasn't provided you the documentation, and they ask you to work on this application with API request, then you okay, when they have asked, then you can use Postman interceptor. But please let them know that to provide the documentation as early as possible. The reason is, once you have the documentation, you will have more information about API requests, and it will also help you in the future, because this might and also help you in complex scenarios, creating complex scenarios, complex flows. This might really not help. It's just it's just a base. I mean, first time testing. Like just say it's a first time testing. Nothing more than that. So this automation thing is really, I mean, the record, and I think in Selenium also we have record and playback, right? Do we have in Selenium record and playback?
It's a Selenium WebDriver, like what
Web
you can say
driver.
it's a GIO.
Selenium WebDriver or Selenium Grid, which we have a record and playback
Selenium Grid,
grid, huh? So
record
there
and
as
playback.
yes, there also they say that this is used only for the basement, okay, not for the advanced complex scenarios.
There is
So
another tool called Catalan Studio.
yeah. That's one more tool which you can use. Um, and so these all things, when you're using record and playback now, so that is only for the basement. But when it comes to the complex scenarios, then it's really not recommended. Record and playback is really not recommended from the team who have created the tool itself. It might be Postman, Catalan, or Selenium, or Playwright, anything. Okay, they say that you need to manually write your code, and you need to write your complex scenarios and test it. In the same way, APIs also having a documentation and creating in your manual scenarios, manual flows, and then writing the complex scenarios and then automating them is the right way to do it. Or else the only reason why they ask is, if you don't do it in that way, you will be missing a lot of bugs, a lot of bugs, a lot of issues will be missed. So it's not good, it's really not good. That is the reason. Okay, so record and playback just use for for learning purposes, not more than that. Don't use it for more write your own code and practice the code. And anyone, what I what I suggest is, okay, let me ask one thing. Okay, let's not go to automation right now. When we start automation, then we'll do it. Okay, so we've done with API documentation creation. Data driven, we'll come to data driven. Use of snippets is also done. Post response, like we have default snippets, right? That is also done. Um, any questions on the snippets? Okay, anyone has any questions on the snippets or scripts that we have used? Any questions or any doubts or how exactly we are testing this? Let me add that 201. Let me keep it aside. Let me run this, and let me run this as well. Any doubts over here in the snippets, like how exactly it is, or where exactly we are checking? Any doubts, any queries?
No, Ashish.
Okay, great. So use of snippets is done.
Ashish, what about, sorry, what about the other snippets? We do not use them at all?
Which one? This one? This one?
Yeah, because there are so many others.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we will be coming to this when we start automation.
Okay.
When we start automation, we will come to this. We will come to other. As of now, these are the only snippets: 1, 2, 3, and if it is 201, then use this snippet. If it is not 201 created, then don't use it. It's not required. We can go with 200 only. We can go with
Okay.
200. Okay.
So for manual, we use only 4.
Nah, nothing like that. We can use. If I say contain string is automated, value check is automated, equal to string, response body equal to string, we can use it. Actually, we can use it, but we'll not go that advanced because it will be difficult to understand. Yeah, we'll talk about this when we start automation. Yes, as of now for manual, these four are enough. These four are enough.
Okay.
Okay, these four are enough, and it's more than enough for this manual. Actually, manual, these two, I mean, yeah, this three is, yeah, these four are really enough, not more than that. Okay, now post response is done. Now we'll come to collection runner. Let's talk about collection runner. Of collection runner. Okay, collection runner. How? Okay, in this is a collection, right? And when we click on these three dots, we have an option of run. Okay, when we click on this, same goes. Let me create a folder, add a folder, revision, and drop it over here. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we have it under, I think, all under folder. Yeah, we have the same option under folder as well where we can run it. So let's go with collection slash folder. Okay, folder. So when we click on this, we have this option of run. When we click on run, here we can run our collection. We can run our collection, okay, manually, or schedule. We can schedule our collection run as well. We can schedule it, like when it should run, what day it should run, what time it should run, and how many iterations should it run. So, and once it has run successfully or once it is failed, then who should be notified? All this information is we can provide over here. And stop notifications after 3 consecutive failures. So if the collection is running and it's failing all the time, then we should not, our email should not be filled with all the notifications like it has failed, it has failed, it has failed. So after 3, or you can also say 1, it's 1 is also fine. So you can also say 1. So as of now, I'll keep it to 3. So this is how you can run a collection in a scheduled manner. In a scheduled manner, you can run it. Okay. Or you can run manually as well. And in here, you can select the iterations, and you can also select the delay if if you want to delay between the requests, you can select the delay as well. You can select like 100 milliseconds delay between the requests. So you can do this. And also there is one more option. You can uncheck. You can uncheck whichever the request that you don't want to run. You can uncheck them, or you can move it to the very top. Why it's not moving? Ha. You can move it to the. You can move it wherever you want. You can move them. Okay, once you have set all these things, okay, and you can update the iterations as well, then you can run this. Now it will run 2 times. Why? Because we have 2 iterations. One iteration ran 3 times, 3 requests, and the other iteration ran another 3 requests. So post once, get once, get once. Iteration 2, this is iteration 2, where it ran post once again, revision 2 once again. So this is how. And if you want to see the summary of this, you can click on this and you can see the response of it, headers of it, request of it, every bit of information. You can see environment none, source runner, iteration 2, duration it took, all tests, and then how many passed, how many failed, how many skipped. Now we'll go with the skip thing. Okay, let's see if we can skip. Let's go with the folder here this time. And I don't want to run this authorization. Okay, now I'll run it only for one iteration, but I'll delay it for 500 milliseconds. Okay, it's not required. You can just, okay. Now it will run and it will wait for 500 milliseconds. Then it ran the second one. Okay, so this is how. Now you haven't see the authorization one hasn't been run because we have unchecked it. We have unchecked that so that it has not run. Now you can see again here response, headers, request, and you can also see the summary here. You can see the summary, how many tests have run in this request and how many tests were in this request. So everything will be detailed over here. Then you can come back to view results. So any questions in here?
Yes, Ashish,
Huh.
I just want to ask you what is the use of, for example, like run it like for 3 iterations or 4? So why, based on what we choose the number of iterations?
Okay, why it is helpful? Because let's say, why do we run mostly okay, why do we run for iterations? Okay, I'll come to that. Why we run for iterations? Okay, I'll come to that part. Because that is where data driven comes into picture. That is where data driven comes into picture. We haven't talked about data driven yet. Okay, let's keep that question aside, why we run for iterations. Okay, now here we have only one request and one bit of information. That is the reason when we ran it, we can keep it iteration 1 and delay. And we got to know why schedule also we understood, right? How we can schedule it. Like schedule, we can give a schedule name, timer, week timer or hour timer, then every day or every weekday we can select that. And environment iterations here as well. And then here comes the data driven. So this is understood, right? Schedule, how do you set up the schedule and then run it? We can
Yes.
run manually and we can run schedule way as well. Now, okay, so any questions with the collection runner, manually or scheduled? Collection or folder runner, functional or scheduled? Let's say any questions in here? How do you run it?
No.
Okay, and we also know like we can move and uncheck the things. We can uncheck or recheck, and then we can move it like where exactly we want it to run. So we can move it and then run it. So any questions over here under for alterations or modifications? Okay, great. Then
No.
great. This one more, this vault, I think yes. Okay. We have seen the, okay, we'll come to that. Nadia, I'll definitely come to that iterations part. Definitely I'll come to that. Now we have seen
Okay.
collect we have we can save variables under collection, environment, and what to say, global. We have seen these three parts, right? Where we can save our collections. So there's one more which has been recently added by Postman, which is the vault. Here, if you are at the bottom, you can see there's an option called vault. You click on it. Here you can select and you can save your values. And how can you access this? How can you access this key? How can you access this variable value is in this way. This is a format. This is how you can access it. Let's say okay, let me add one more request here. After authorization, we want to add an order. Okay, create an order. Okay. Okay. Request, post, add order, adding, and then add, create new order. Orders. I don't need to remove this. Make sure we don't have double forward slash. Huh? And then we have a body. Okay. We have authorization, then tool ID as a body, customer name, body, comment. Comment is optional. Huh? Comment is optional, but still we can keep it. Let's copy this and raw JSON. And I'll also add comment as well. Comment colon, just checking out what. Okay, save it. Now what I want is I want to run this authorization. I got the token key, copied, add order. Here I need to add where it went. I need to add an authorization. Okay, I need to add this authorization. Okay, and it should be under header, but we will add it under. And what type of authorization is this? What type of authorization is this?
String.
Yes.
Bearer.
Yes, it's a bearer token. Bearer token. What type? What type? This is bearer token. So authorization, bearer token. In here, I'll add that token here. It has already given me the thing. Okay, I already created this. And where exactly I want to add it under vault. I don't want it under collection. I want it under vault. Now, when you see here, there's a difference. Now, if I come to vault, I can see this is not displayed at all. It is so secret, so secret. So if we want to see this value, then we need to click on this eye icon and then we can click it back. So how we can access this vault is in this way. This is the only difference. If you're saving any variables under vault, then this is how you access it. Vault colon, then the variable name. Then the variable name. Variable name is API key, but before that, we need to keep this vault. Let me copy it here also. So this is how you do it. So as you do for random variables, random inbuilt Postman variables, where you do $sign and random email, in the same way to access the vault information, vault variable value information, we need to add vault with colon first. Then you can put in the variable name, key name. Okay, understood?
Yes.
Okay, now we'll run this. Let's see if it passes. Invalid or missing tool ID. It says, so what are we missing here, or what is wrong that we are doing here?
We passed it tools ID.
Yes, tool ID is okay. Tool ID. We need to see tool ID. What is tool ID? Let's see what is
27
tool ID.
something.
Two
2711
seven
like
double
that.
one. 2711.
Yeah,
Two
2177.
double seven. Yeah. So we go in here. 2177. Save. Send. Yes, it created. Now what we 201 created, right? So we can add a snippet called post request, successful post request. We need not to make any changes, just run it. It will run. And the test will also pass. So understood how to access the vault variable. How can we access the vault variable? There's a different syntax, different way to access the vault variable. We just need to add vault and colon. See, if you hover over here, you cannot see the value. If in order to see, then you need to click on this eye icon. So this is another place. So there are 4 places. One is collection, then we have global, then we have environment, then we have vault as well. Okay. So in these 4 places, you can create variables. You can save your personal information as well, anything. Okay. And you can keep it safe. Vault is more recent and it's more secure. So you can keep all your values under vault, your personal information under vault. But only thing to access it, this is how you access. Any questions? Any questions? Any queries?
It's okay. It's okay. I think it's clear.
Great. So vault is done. So authorization, we'll come to authorization next week because I want to add something. Mocking also will come next. I think Wednesday we'll talk about this mocking, Newman and authorization this Wednesday. I'll finish this console and data driven. Okay, because data driven there was a question why iterations. Okay, console. Why do we use console? Okay, console is used mostly console is used to check what data has been passed to the server, what network information has been passed to the server, and uh, what all information has been passed and what information we have got from the server. Okay, now let's say this is a base URL. I'll create set variable. We already have this as base URL. Okay, let me go ahead and add this. Save. Save. Okay, now we have all these things. Let me close and let's see if the collection is running successful or not. Run the collection. Great, all ran successfully. Okay, now what I'll do, mostly collection is used. I'll open all these requests one by one. Save, save, send, send.
Ashish,
Yes.
uh, when you run the collection, so
Hmm.
will it run in this sequence where you have, in the
Yes.
sequence what you have placed the API?
Yes. Yes. It
Okay.
will run in that particular sequence.
Okay, so when we are dependent on barrier token, then it should be in that sequence where first the API is run for the barrier token and get the value.
Sorry, I lost your voice. After bearer token, I didn't hear it.
So what I'm saying is that
Hmm.
when we are dependent on any API, then we
Hmm.
have to arrange it in that order.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
As we need for add order, we need the bearer token, right? So
yeah.
authorization should be at the top. Then it should be add order. If you put add order at the top and authorization below, then it will fail. It will always fail because we are not getting the authorization information in this add order.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, what I'm doing here, let me make this also as, oh, what was, set as variable. What is the value here? Tools, right? Okay, let me set as name endpoint and collection. Okay. And authorization, I'll make this URL. So in here as well, this URL save, and this is endpoint, right? And okay. Now let's say you're testing it today, and you got to know that you have set up with this value, and everywhere you have set up with all the values. Now when you're running, um, mostly when you're running after a week or after 2 weeks, then you come and you run this request. Okay. And you see here base URL and endpoint. Now you want to know, if you hover over here, you'll get to know the information. But if you don't want to hover over here and you want to see all the information, what it has been passed and what we have received, then I think something is missing, something failed. Okay, it took more than 1 minute. 1 minute. That is the reason. It's 1 second, more than 1 second. That is the reason it failed. Okay. Now, if I come to console, here I can see every bit of information. Now if you see this console is it's eating up your space in your Postman. I think there's a way to open it in a different app. This is the aroma, where you can see your console in a different window, where you can see the information of the network that has been passed, the network information that has been passed while sending the request, and also the request headers, response headers, and then the response. Where did the request body go? Oh, sorry. This is a get request, right? Okay. And then you can see the response body. So all this information is provided here. Now, if you see the base URL and endpoint, here you can see the complete information of it. What is the base URL that we used and what is the endpoint that we have used? Now, let's say, let me minimize this, and let's say I have made some mistake here. Okay. Now it shows this, okay, it shows red in color, but it still I haven't seen it here, and I saved it and I ran it. Now it says in here, it says that the base URL that you're making it wrong. Okay, here you can find, and also there's one more thing. I'll keep this base URL only. Okay, what I'll do here is, I'll go to the collection and I'll go to variables. Okay, I think it is under the global. Okay, I'll make this as simpler. Okay, I'll make this as simpler and save it. Accidentally, I have saved it as simpler. Okay, but here the base URL is blue in color. Which is all good. Okay, now when you run it, it still says unauthorized. It still gives us the invalid response. Then in order to, then here you'll see, okay, this is blue in color, then it's all good, all good. Then here comes console in help. When you click on console, and I think where did it go? In here, you can see here, if you look closer, then you'll see R. You can compare your URL with this information, or you can compare your information with this information which you got on console, and you can see, okay, I've used simpler, not simple. That is the reason my request is failing. This is one of the uh, and also you can get all the information. What they say, the request headers, response headers, all at one place. Response body, what you got, everything at one place. And you can also download the logs. What error, you don't need this info, and error log or warning log, these all things you can go ahead and download them. It's only to if you want to create a bug, then you can give this what they say, give this logs, download it and give it to the developers, which will really help them. Okay, and this is one of the use. Another use is, I'll put the URL back to, because it will fail each and every request. Okay, and save it. Now we'll come to the collections, and okay, in here, another use is this we got to know, this we already got. In post, we have this random email. So we are not sure what is the random email that is getting generated. For this as well, console comes into picture. Like in here, you can open it in a different window. In here, you can see, here we have request body. Here you can see client email. Okay, it was golden31@yahoo.com. This is the email that we got used. And then this is what the response body we got. Now, okay, this is the token information. Now we can, when we run this as well, then we got this as well under the console. And then we can see, okay, request body. So this is what we got. And response, here we got. Now in here you can see one thing, authorization has been added as header. Okay, authorization also has had it been as header, which is a bearer token, which it, the authorization type was bearer token, right? So it gave bearer, then you can, it's a token which is, yeah, it's a secret. Now if you come in here in the headers, and let me close this, here you can see authorization. If I see the bearer, it says bearer, then it gives. Why bearer? Because the authorization which we selected is a bearer token. That is the reason header, in header the authorization is getting indicated like you have used bearer token. Authorization type is bearer token, and this is your authorization value. This is your authorization value. Okay, understood. So console is used, mostly used for debugging and to know the information about the variables. And if there is anything wrong, you can compare, you can check, you can recheck, and you can download the logs. All these things are in, you can get it from the console.
Ashish,
Yeah.
how to use the log to report the bug to the developer?
No. Creating a bug is completely different. But logs, you need not to use any of the log. I mean, that that deep information is not uh, needed to add in the bug. But yes, you can add that particular file. You can just download it and you can add it to the file. Sorry, add it to your bug. But this information is not required. Let's say. Um, how I mean, this is mostly for developers. We don't use much. We don't use it much. If and only if a developer asks, can you provide me the logs of the error or the warning message or the error message, then you go ahead and do it. Or else it's always you take a screenshot or you take a recording and then you add it to your bug information. Like let's say when you're creating any bug, mostly what they do is when we creating a bug, first the most important thing is title should be clear. Okay, title should be very clear. Okay, make sure the title is clear. Then severity and the priority should
Like,
be, sorry,
sorry, Ashish, what should be the like example of title?
like what should be the title?
Is it from
Let's
the
say,
documentation or?
no. Okay. Let's say authorization. Okay. Let's say we have the proper email address, random email address, and the client here. Okay. Let me get it back to this one only. Hmm, authorization. Huh. Let me work with this. Place it here. Let's say we are using this API for the first time. We are running it for the very first time. No one has ever ran this API at all. This is the first time that we are running. Okay. Now, when I send it, it should not say this, try a different email. It should generate a API token, right? Because this is the first time which we are running the APIs, this API. So it should not say this. So what you need to do here is, then the title would be, uh, we can say, first we need to give the, what is it? We need to give the this post URL. We need to give this URL first. Oh no, we can give that in the documentation. Okay, we can directly write in here. Let's say first you need to give this which one you are using, which API you're using. It's always good to give more and more. How I mean, how deep you give an information, that will be really useful for the developers. So we can give this and then say authorization. Okay, authorization API. Okay, authorization API. Is this authorization? API authentication. Sorry. API authentication. API authentication. API authentication. API when used with proper format and correct information as body, giving giving what is that? Sorry, what we got? Error.
Hello.
Giving an invalid error. Why invalid error? Or unexpected, rather than saying invalid error, giving an
Expect the results.
throwing. You can also say throwing an unexpected result or behavior. You can also say behavior. Okay, so this is how you write a title of a bug. This is how you write a title of a bug. Then severity and priority. Priority is mostly, I think, priority of severity. Severity is mostly considered when a priority that is decided by the a product owner team, but severity should be correct. Title should be correct. Then documentation should be correct. You need to write in the bug like what all steps you have used. Like first step, open Postman. You can no need to add this open Postman. Okay. Added the API authentication request to collection. Okay. Correction. Then add the method as post, add the endpoint, then yeah, selected body as JSON, and provided the body information as given in documentation. Then save the request. Okay, then ran the request. Okay, this is how you need to give each and every information. Here you need to give the URL of it. Okay, you are here endpoint. Okay, method as endpoint, and you have to give the endpoint information here. JSON information also you need to provide. Uh, all this information and take a video, or rather mostly we take screenshots, but you can also use some tools to take a video and attach it to the bug, or you can take a screenshot of that. You can use snipping tools. Okay, you can use snipping tools and then say, okay, this is what I'm getting. Ah, mm, okay, this is, and in here then you can highlight this. Oh, sorry. Oh, cancel. You can highlight this, and you can highlight this as well. I'm stating that I'm giving the proper information, but still I'm getting this error. So how good and how much more information that you give in the bug, that will really help the developer. And add a recording, add a screenshot, add as much as information that you want to add. You can add your collection name as well, everything. This is how you create a bug. And if and only if the developer asks for the logs, then go to console, and and you can also give the console information. You can also give the screenshot of this console information. You can directly give a screenshot of it, because it will be really hard to type all this information in the, what is it, in the bug body. So you can give this, expand it, and then they might ask for the network addresses if might be something wrong. So it's always good to give more and more information in the bug, and the title and everything should be very, very clear. And you can use Jira, you can use Azure DevOps, and there are many test management tools where you can create bugs. Nowadays, I think from many years, Jira is more popular. So yeah, you can as Jira, you can learn Jira, but we never use Jira. I never use Jira. I was always on Azure DevOps, so I'm pretty not sure how Jira works. So yeah, so that is how you create a bug. And it's the same for every testing, API testing, performance testing, every testing, this is how you do it. I mean, creation of bug is the same everywhere. Title, severity, information, screenshots, video. I hope everyone agrees with me. The more the
Yes, yes,
merrier.
yes.
Yeah, it says the more the merrier, means the more information you provide, the more useful it will be for the developer. So yeah, so that is how you create. Now coming to data driven testing. For this, what I'm gonna do here is I'll close all these things and I'll use one. No, this is no, we can't use this. I'll go to that REQRS only because that will be quickly explained. Register. Huh. This we can use this. Copy link address. Add request. Let me say this as iteration check. And it's a post request. Save body Rogerson. Copy. Save it. No, I have to create a new one. Let me do one thing. Let me create a bank collection stating data driven. Okay. And I'll this over here. Okay. Now close all tabs. Now I have in here, when I run this, is successful. When I run the collection as well, it's a single iteration because I have only one to register. I run this. Okay, I don't have a test here. Okay, let me add one test in here quickly. 200 is the output, right? So 200. Now let me run the again. Now it's passed. Okay, all good. So we have only one bit of information. So one iteration is more than enough. Now what I'm going to do here comes another way of saving variables, which is data variables. Let me variables Postman. Okay. We have seen environment variables, we have seen collection variables, we have seen global variables. Postman, yeah, that we'll see when we come to automation. We haven't seen local as well. Local also we'll see when we come to automation. Data variables. Okay, this data variables. How to create and access data variables is by CSV or JSON files. Okay, this is what is called as data driven testing. Okay, now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open an Excel file and I'll first save this as browse downloads data driven dot CSV. I'll save it as CSV and then CSV selected over here, save as type as CSV and then save it. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna go to this here body. There's an email and password. Okay, I'll give headers as email and password. Okay, now first I'll take the correct information here. Okay, copy, paste.
Yes, Ashish, I remember the iteration here is the number of scenarios that you
Yes,
for
yes,
each.
Yes.
Yeah.
As
But
we have
but
started.
it's the
Yes.
same. This is like we call
Yes.
it driven. Yeah.
Yes. This is where.
Data driven. But
Yeah. This is where iterations come into picture, because we are iterating how many records we have iterating our tests so many times. We are cycling them. One cycle is done, one row of information is done, then second row is started, then third row. How many rows we have to select those many iterations. We have to select those many iterations. Now,
yes,
however we have started it,
is
so
it
let
mm, is it the same here? This is data driven. Here you use this
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
But
And
is it
there's
the
one.
same as what you were talking about before? Because before there were no scenarios and you just give, for example,
Yes, yes. I'll
two
come to that too.
iterations.
I'll come to that too. Okay.
Mhm.
Now let me add one. Let me add only pistol here. Okay. And here I'll only add the email address. Where it went. Uh, okay. The ones who are not sure of our data driven, they'll know. So what I'm doing here is I'm just have created an Excel file and saved it as CSV format, because only the CSV format and the JSON format is accepted by Postman when it comes to data driven testing. So that is the reason I have selected CSV. And here I'll give something random. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And sword being. Okay. And I've saved this. Now this is saved. Now what I'm going to do here is, in order to run this using data driven testing, I'll go to this collection. I'll select the file. See, only JSON or CSV files are accepted. That is the reason I've selected I've updated the Excel to CSV and saved it. Now I need to select the file, select from computer, downloads, data driven, selected. Now you can see what all information that you have provided in the CSV file, that how many iterations we need to run. So now uh, this is displayed over here. You can close this, and then see iterations is already added. I mean, when we have uploaded the data driven, iteration is automatically selected here. Okay. Now you can click on this. Oh, okay. Okay. In the meanwhile, Nadia, your question, why we have selected, apart from data driven, why we have selected the iteration. At times, what happens is, collection request might run once successfully, but when we are running it on the second instance, on the second cycle, it might fail. It's not related to data driven. It's the same request, same response, sorry, same request, same data, everything being the same. But when we are running on the second instance or the third instance, it might fail. It might fail due to network connectivity. It might fail due to server not getting the response, sending the response correctly, or it might be service not available. So that is where we can also check running the iterations multiple times, but it is very less commonly used. Mostly iterations are used only when we use data driven testing.
Mhm. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
okay, someone has a question. Okay. So now when we run this, oh, everything passed. Actually this should fail, but it all passed. um, so yeah, this is how you do a data driven testing. Any questions in data driven testing?
Yes, Ashish,
uh,
when you go to run a
uh,
collection,
uh,
so you have either you run automatically
mm.
or schedule running. For
Yes.
when you have data driven, always it must be automatically, or we can go for scheduled like
Schedule, I think schedule doesn't allow you to save that file. Let me see. I'm not sure schedule allows you to save that file. Let me go to run. Let me see if schedule allows. Select file, save, uh, save. Okay, it did. it did save, but I'm not sure if this saves. Let me schedule something. Let's say revision and okay, environment, no environment, and what all information. This is all okay. Now I'll say time. Let me give every day. What is the time? Now 9:49, right? 9:49, 10 p.m. Ah, no, it will be very late. Can I change this? No, I cannot change this. Okay, let me keep it 10 and like I can say schedule. But what I'm gonna check here is now I'll close this Postman, okay, and I'll reopen it. Let me see if that file is still present in the schedule or not. Come to run schedule. I see. See, no, yeah. See, the JSON file has been removed. So for scheduling, you have to. I mean, it's not possible when you run the schedule one, right? The data driven is not possible because the JSON file which you have selected, that will not be I mean, that will not be loaded, saved all the time. You have to select it all the time. So
Okay.
okay, so see, I have selected the file, I've saved it, and then schedule name is required. Schedule name is required. Okay, let me name it again. Revision 2 and 10 p.m. Schedule run. But when I close all these things, now when I access and go, okay, sorry, schedule is already saved. It is already saved. Can we
View
schedule
all
in?
schedules will be there, I think.
Yeah, somewhere we will find this is a new one which yeah, during collection more we'll see in here. Nah, this is not the one. I think we'll find it somewhere. Wait, let me see, select all of, where can I find it to? Runs, yes. Ha, in here, correct, correct. Okay, here, mm, schedule, I need to select, sorry, I need to select this, and then I need to see view. Let me see if it has saved. Okay, it has saved. So yes, Sanjay, you can run it. You can run it. You can do the scheduling. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me close it and come back here. When you select the collection, select runs, select this tab scheduled, and then here you can view it where you can see the data driven file is already utilized. So you can use it. Yes. In
Yeah,
schedule also
okay.
you can use it. So you
Good.
can run
Thank
the
you.
data. You're welcome. Any questions on data driven? Any questions? Okay. I'm really sorry. I have to use those variables, right? Okay, I haven't used this. Okay, these are the headers. I haven't used these. That is the reason. Okay, I need to use those headers here as variables. I forgot this. Forgot. So this and in here. Okay, save it.
Ashish,
Yeah.
uh, what I'm saying is like in a data, if you open the Excel sheet, if for
Hmm.
example only the row number second is only valid record,
Yes.
rest are not, then
Yes.
how are we validating? I mean, have we written something in the script that how it will consider pass and fail?
Yeah. I'll run the script now. Let's see.
Okay.
What? Okay. Run manually.
Yeah.
Iteration. Okay.
You
Iteration
will
only one.
see.
Iteration only one. I missed the file. Oh my god! I missed the file. What I'm doing? Run. Select the file. Select from computer. Data driven. Save. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 4 iterations. Now I run this. This is how you'll check. I mean, the valid one has passed. The invalid ones have been failed. So this record, The first record passed. It gave us 200 success. Second record where the email is missing. Third record where password is missing. Fourth record where both are invalid information. It gave us 400 error. Why? Because missing password, missing email, and only defined users succeed registration. So this is how you can check. Understood?
Yes, Ashish.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay. So actually what mistake I was doing here is, what mistake I did is, I didn't change. I didn't change this
You didn't
variables.
set the variable.
I didn't set the variables. That is the reason it was, everything was passing. Everything was taking the same information. It was all all information was taken from the first row only. It was not taking from the second,
Mhm.
third, fourth row, because the variables were not set. So these are the common mistakes which you do, and with experience you will get to know, okay, where exactly you're missing something, or where exactly you need to make changes. And here when you're using data variables, you can see the value is not displayed. So please do not worry, the value will be coming when you upload the JSON file. So let it be read, it is completely fine. But you have to keep the headers should be the values. Headers should be the variables names when you use it. You n number of variables, like I can so n number of variables, n number of you can, if something over here it has a country, okay, country, Hmm, country, okay, and country, and let's say we have given here country, okay, or you can name it something, destination, you can name it destination as well. No, it should not be the same. It can, it not need to be same. You can name it different as well. Sweden, Canada, country name should start with capital, okay, India. Mm, okay, so we have destination, so we need to make sure here the variable should be destination. Okay, so why there is a red squiggly line here?
Comma is missing in
Yeah,
previous line.
yes.
Exactly.
Okay, so now when you save this and save this file as well, then come in here, run, sorry, I need to run, and then select the file, computer, then you can see the destination as well, all information here. So it not need to be same. You can name your variable anything that you want. It should not, it, if you want the same email, password and country, then you can name it, or you can name it in your own way. That is completely fine. Now let's see when we run it what happens. Okay, so the valid one passed, invalid ones failed. So this is how a data driven testing is done. So any questions on data driven testing, or how to set variables, data variables, how to set data variables?
So yeah, for that, Ashish, for me is fine. I just want to tell you for the results when you get this failed and passed.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that you put here negative scenarios. So negative scenario, it means it should not pass. So it means
Yeah.
everything is fine.
Yep.
There is no bugs to report here.
No, no,
But if you
there are no bugs. Here there are no bugs. Here we have expect what we expected. That is what is the outcome.
Mhm. Okay.
Here what we
And
have
if
Can
expected.
you
if you run again and
Mhm.
you get another result, so you count on the first or the second time that you run. You go
Sorry,
to
sorry,
run
sorry.
again up
Run again.
if mhm. And if you get different results,
Huh? Different
if you
results
get
in the sense, let's say this should
yeah
pass and it has failed. Okay, the first
that
request should pass, but it failed. Okay, and the
mhm,
second request
mhm,
should fail, but it got passed. Then there is an
mhm.
issue with the API request. Then you can raise a bug stating that see, when I'm running it again, then it is giving me an unexpected error. So please do then raise a bug, and then you can provide it to the developer. But still, check from your end, is every information that you have storing is correct or not. Then if it still gives an unexpected results, then yes, please do raise a bug.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
there was another question. Sorry, Nadia, you have another question with you?
No, it's okay. Thank you. That was
No, no,
everything.
no. If you have any question, please let me know.
No, it's only this that I was wondering, how to analyze the result. Like all the process, I know how to do it. When you get to this, so in which case you have to raise a bug, and which cases everything is fine. So now I got to know.
Yeah. And in
Okay.
data driven, you will work mostly on one request. But when it comes to negative flow, there are multiple requests, And so, yeah, you'll get to know once you keep on trying APIs, once you keep on testing APIs, you'll definitely get to know like when you should raise a bug and which is a valid outcome, which is invalid outcome.
Ashish,
Yeah, yes.
can you the script part of this iteration check?
Sorry, I need to
Can you go to post iteration check tab?
post iteration. This one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, yes. Can you go to scripts?
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask you that, for example, first is the valid scenario. So we have written 200. So for the invalid also, do we need to write an
No,
assertion that
not
this
not
is the
required.
pass?
Not required, because you cannot write for the invalid scenario, because this single request, you are running multiple information on this single request. So you cannot add another request, another script stating that uh, I need to get 400 as well, which will not be valid. It will conflict. Both will conflict. I mean,
Okay, okay,
yeah, both will
okay,
conflict.
understood.
Yeah. So you can write only one. One is more than enough. One is required. One is the only thing. One script is enough. This.
Okay.
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 Ashish, I just want to ask you, we have a request, okay? We have to do the snippets and the variables for test, and then we go for data driven, yes? Or we just go on without doing these steps?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question. Once again, please.
Okay, we have a request, okay? We just send a request, and then should we go for the post request and add the snippets,
No.
and then
No, you can go
without?
directly. You can go directly. You can directly add a post request, and if we need multiple emails, multiple passwords, multiple scenarios to check, then create a file. Then directly you can use a data driven. You need not run it manually. Then go for the data driven, because data driven doesn't come under automation where you need to run manually once, then you need to check for the data driven. You can directly use the data driven with the valid information, and one script in it stating that what should be the outcome of the script. That's more than enough. You can directly use it.
So we set this script, this
Yes.
snippet, yes? We have
Yes.
to
Yes.
do this for
Yes.
200, yes? Or
Yes.
any of the four.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So the one that is here, like status code is 200, yes?
Yes. And we can also set this one as well. Time. Oh, again, I'm in the time thing. Let me put the time thing as well. So this will also pass mostly. Let me run the collection once again. Run. Select JSON file. Sorry, CSV file. Close it. Upload to workspace is not required. Right. Okay. So this passed. Why this passed in every request? Because it is not asserting the value. It's only checking if the response which we got is under 1,000 milliseconds or not. It might be in, okay, if I see it got under 2, it is 278, which is less than 1,000 milliseconds. That is the reason this fast. But the information which we provided, that got failed. So this is what you can also check. I mean, this is actually this yeah, you can check in this way as well. This will definitely pass, because every request is less than 1000 milliseconds. That is the reason it passed. But as we have missing email, missing password, and this invalid some random information, the main request, the main test has failed. It gave us 400 and not 200. But the first one gave everything good.
But what should we say about this request here?
It's good.
You know, one failed and one passed. The first one failed.
First one failed?
You
No,
know,
the first one
so
passed, right?
the first, no, post the third. You know, you have the third iteration post. Look, the first one, no, it's 400. You know,
400. Yeah,
fail
yeah.
and then no, down.
This one?
Yes, that's one.
Uh,
You see, 200
uh,
failed, but the second pass, because you put
yeah,
the
yeah.
time is less. But
Yeah,
what
that
you
is
have to
fine.
do in this case,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, but
that is fine. That is completely fine. We need not, we can ignore it. We can ignore it. Just ignore
so
it.
we say that they did is okay.
Yeah, we need not worry about this because every request will, if the request is if the response time is failing here, then it will fail everywhere. It will fail everywhere. Let's say 278, right? Let me go ahead
Mm,
and make changes over here in the iteration. I'll make it as 10 seconds, okay? Which is very less. 10
yes.
seconds. And then 10 milliseconds, sorry, not 10 seconds, 10 milliseconds. Uh, I need to upload file again. Then one. See, this status,
Both failed.
the reason being because it didn't, I mean, yeah, I get to know why exactly it failed. Because 10 milliseconds was very less time for the request to
Mm,
send it to the server. It was
yeah.
very less. So I think this is way too bad. Me giving 10 milliseconds. Let me give it 278, right? But still, it will fail everything because time. It needs to take time in order to send it. You can just ignore it, Nadia. You can just ignore the
Okay.
third or fourth, whichever. You can just ignore it because if we fail the response time in the first request, it will fail the main test as well because the minimum time taken, we are reducing it, we are reducing it more than minimum time, the default time, I mean the the minimum time, if we are reducing it, then it will fail everywhere. So you can just ignore the second, third, and fourth where it's uh,
Mm,
passing the response time. It's okay, it's completely fine. Okay.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? So we are done for today. We'll have next
Uh,
class on. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Ashish, I have a question that in a negative test cases, like when we have to verify positive and negative test cases, so we can use this data-driven process
Yeah,
at
you
that
can.
time.
Yeah.
Okay, and the another question what I have, I still have a confusion between combined flow and negative flow. Like, what does it mean? Like when you are expecting
Okay.
us to create a combined flow, then I'm
Okay.
still not clear that we are including the negative flow as well in the combined one.
Yes, we are. We are. And okay.
So it should be like in the sequence we are running.
Yes.
Like for an example, what I understood is,
Mm,
if for example I'm verifying login API, then
mm,
in the login API I'm writing start to end whatever the flow it's required, positive test
mm.
case, even valid login parameter I'm giving login and password, and then invalid. So that entire when I execute a flow, then I should be sure that this login functionality or login API is working correctly. Is that mean is that the combined flow?
Yes. First, you log in with the valid credentials. That is a
Yes.
positive one. Then you add a negative scenario stating that email is missing, then password is missing, then both are missing. Then you come to, then after login you add a record. Then it's a positive one. Like if I
Oh, it's like even later on after login, we have to include, I mean, entire functionality we are putting in combined flow.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Everything we are putting into
And
that
in
function.
negative, we are just focusing on each and every API's negative
Yes.
test cases.
Yes, negative. We please do, everyone. Please do leave negative ones. Just go with the combined flow because, however, in the combined you will find the negative flow things. So please do use and just try it out. Try it out. Send it. Let me see how far we can go. Okay.
Okay, okay.
So that is all for today. I hope there are no more questions, no more queries, and I hope we learned something new today. And
Yes, Ashish. So yes.
okay,
We learned
great.
much.
Yeah.
Yes, thank
Great.
you.
You're welcome.
It was
So,
very useful, this revision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Ashish. It gives us more confident and do things again and again that
yes,
stays in our mind.
yeah.
Yes.
And if you need real world examples in any of the queries you have or any of the
Yes.
questions you have, we can try with the real world examples. Like we tried with Apple today, right? So we can try with some real world examples so that it will be easy to understand. Okay, great.
Yes, yes.
Then have a lovely evening. Let us meet on Wednesday. What will be that day? 23rd. Let us meet on 23rd. Okay.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay, okay.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you. Have a
Thank
nice
you. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye bye.
weekend. Okay, bye, bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Stop.